Hi everyone, welcome back. The plan today is to use up some of my old stuff. So I've got these photos, these very, very old ones they are, as in 2003, so quite a few years old, and a few other things. And I thought I'd have a go at trying to just make something and use them up. So I'm a bit sick of them, to tell you the truth. They've been hanging around for a while now. So I thought if I could make something, then they'd be gone and I wouldn't have to worry about them again. I'm going to start by cutting it out, hopefully a little straighter than that. I hope you're all well. It's just been raining here forever, and I love the rain, and it doesn't bother me, but I know that a lot of people down south from where I am are suffering because of the floods that are happening down there, which has been very difficult for everyone, I think. I'm in the northern part of Australia, so therefore we are getting a lot of rain, but no flooding around the Brisbane area. Just trim that up a little bit. I've just got a bit of manila card, and I'm starting with a man for no other reason that I just cut him off that thing there. And I'm wondering what else I've got here that I can kind of put over the top of him. I really like these. These are the Tim Holtz, what are they called? Let me get the name right for you. Transparent tiles, and there are alphas and they're also numeric. So look at the actual thing. It's got like a grunge to it, actually on the letter and around the letter. But I love that they've left this really grungy look on there. And I'm wondering if I can put something like this down. Got a couple of cogs here as well. Whether I can do a couple of cogs. Really need something at the back, I think. I'm wondering what I've got that I can put over the back here. I think the florals will be too much, so I don't like that. Actually, what I've got is, this is a piece of book cover. So I thought maybe I could use it. If I cover this in book cover and then try that collage thing again. So if you are around Sydney and the sort of Grafton, Taree, southern parts or south from where I am, I hope that you're staying dry and that you haven't had too much damage from the floods, because I know a lot of people have. This could be a tag, it could also be a pocket or a journaling spot in a journal. It could be a lot of things actually, but for me it's just a way to use up some of these supplies that I've got. I'm wondering if I should put that in the white. Try the white one and see if it looks any different. No, that's no good, it's just disappearing. I'm going to stick with the black. And then the other thing I wanted to do, I keep forgetting to use sayings and things on them. I'm going to put a saying on here just to create my little tag or whatever. Cream on the back and some of my stuff used. Let's do another one, shall we? I think I will need some sort of background. Just wondering what else I can do. Actually, what I've got here is I have a botanical, but it's actually black and white. And so that might look okay if I can get that on there. So that's going to go down there. And maybe I'll go for another one of those numbers. Or letters. Let's see, this one. I think I can poke that under there though this time. And I still have some more cogs. Not sure if I want to go cogs or not. Though I really liked the way those cogs looked. Here's a little cog. I'll push it up a little bit so I can get the saying underneath it this time without putting it right on the super tiny edge. On there, and then I can bring this cog down here. And then I think I'll find another quote and see what I can find here. So that's the next one. Let me just get that up for you. You can still see a bit of that white glue, but it will dry clear. And again, another little pocket or something, or tuck spot, journaling spot, whatever you want to call it. And I can make that into a tag and put a tag topper on it if I wanted to. Now with this one, I wanted to use these. These are little mats. They're just in the shape of a, I guess, a church window, you'd say, wouldn't you? They're black and then they've got the white on the back. So you could use it that way, but I'm going to use it this way because I don't know which way it's meant to be used. I've also got one of the found relatives, and she's just about a perfect size to put in here. So I've got framed up. So I'll pop her down onto a piece of the manila cardstock, and then I'll put the frame over the top of her, and then I'll cut it around her afterwards. So just carefully placing her because she just fits into this frame, but only just. Just give that a minute to dry. I might grab another one and do another one of those. If I can find one. I've got 4 little mats actually. Maybe I'll do all 4, get them out of the way. There's no point in putting a group on because this goes to a point, and so it's going to cut those people out. And I think this one here is too big, so I'm going to go with one of these. If I place it super careful, I'll just get it where I'll need it to be. And then I would use these, like maybe create a pocket out of them as they are, or add them to something else. So start with this and then add some more embellishments. And I'll show you what I mean on that as we go through. So I'll just do these first ones. You have to be careful because that point just comes to the edge of the photo. And I don't want you to be able to see that gap in there. So I have to place it super careful. Just slide it around. I think that's okay. And I was hoping I could get a couple more done as well. That's not too bad. I'll just have to cut the bottom part of her off, but I think I can live with that. Again, just putting her down on some manila card just because it'll give it stability, and while I'm putting this bit on here, give it something to stick onto as well. And then just because I've got one left, I think I'll do the final one as well. I have to find another picture that's going to suit. So it has to be a person on their own, and their head doesn't need to be too big, and it's not too far up to the top of the picture. I think her arms are too wide, maybe not. Let's see. So this one, because she's bigger, I think I can just stick this straight down on top of her. I don't think I need the manila card, and I can't find any on the table at the moment anyway. So what I want to do to start with is to cut around her. This will still go in a journal. It's not terribly thick, and it should be enough that it goes in a journal. And you know, it won't create too much bulk on the page. I'm going to start with the flower. I don't think I want the green on it, so I'm going to take that green off and stick it down in the corner down here. And I'll put some other stuff around it. Got some little clocks here. Again, super old, but still really useful. There's some little clock faces. I don't know if I like that gold too much. I'll just use the baby one. And I've got some little tiny white leaves, which I'm just going to chop off and poke in there. Oh, if I can pick it up and not drop it. And make sure I get the glue on the back of the leaf, not the front. I'm thinking a little pearl just in there. I think that looks quite good. I may have to switch glues though, because I'm not sure that that one's going to work with this metal. I'll just pop a little bit of glue in there. Went a bit crazy, but never mind. And then I'll put the metal thing underneath that flower so you can't see the little ring on the end of it. And then maybe a quote. If I've got a white quote. Oh, here you go. I've got one here. Just a name. Loving these little names that are in this pack. Clara. She looks like a Clara too, doesn't she? What do you think? You can see that little pearl in there. So this can be, just as I said, in your journal. You could make it into a pocket. You could add it onto a tag. I'm not sure. I'll let it all dry first and then I'll decide what I want to do with it. And then these ones here, I'm going to have to trim around these. Now, obviously this is a male, so I'm probably not going to do the flowers and the pearls. So with this one, I've got some calligraphy bits. Got a nib, got an L, got a 1. Let's see if they're going to look any good. Maybe the nib and the 1. Maybe I'll just do the nib and then a little saying. I'm just going to leave it with the nib. And then with this girl, I've got some more of my chipboards out. This time I've got a butterfly and I've also got a flower. So I've got 2 of the roses here. I think I'll just put 1 of the roses on and then the butterfly here. Oh, that looks good. Don't know if I want to put the other one there. It doesn't look any good, does it? No. Just do that and that, but I will put something on there. I'll find another name for her. Here, Ethel. She's Ethel. And then just 1 to go. Maybe this is where I'll put the L, because she's got a lot of space here where her elbow is. So I put the L there. That doesn't really look any good, does it? No. Put a bit of colour. Little flower. I'm going to give this a quote, not a name. Maybe I'll just give her that. She'll do. So I think that that's enough. I still haven't used all of my old supplies, but at least I've used these ones, and that's something to get a few things used and out of the way with. Let's drag them back in so you can have a look at them. So I've done 6 different ideas, 2 of these and then 6 of these, just because I happen 4 of these, sorry, just because I happen to have these frames. But hopefully that's given you some ideas to use some of your stash. And I shall catch you in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. This is Deborah. Cheers.